Day 36. Female nature. So, once a week, I have to go and drop my kids off at school, which is at a distance. It's summertime now. And it's at a distance from my place. And so what I end up doing is I have this little circuit that I run. What I mean by that is that so I sell stuff mostly online, but you'd be amazed some of the deals you can get if you know where to look. Thrift stores, recycling places, things like that. I've gotten some great stuff and turned around and made quite a profit. So I routinely add this as part of my morning because it's not uncommon for me to go and do that and, at least acquire $200 or $300 worth of value. Doesn't turn over overnight, but, wash, rinse, and repeat, right? So, two things. So I'm out doing my thing, and I go into this one store, and I'm getting some stuff, and I'm going to the till, and there's a woman ahead of me, and she's a reasonably well-kept woman, a little thinner than I like, but reasonably well-kept. And so what I notice is that as I'm packing my stuff up, she sort of dawdles around a little bit. Dawdles a little more than she should. And I'm no idiot. But I get my stuff together and I go outside and there she is continuing to dawdle. It's like she was waiting for me. And so, she was reasonably attractive and, I'll have a conversation just, sometimes you're a fisherman, you see a hole with, or a fish in a hole that might have some fish in it, you drop your hook. So we started having a quick little chat, and we talked about thrifting and things like that. However, in interviewing her, I always figure out if there's a husband or something, and there was. So, it's bros before hoes. Remember that your whole life. Even a guy that you do not know, you do not till his garden, because it is, it'll come back to get you, and it is a bad way to go. So the minute I disseminated that she indeed did have a husband, I was out of there. However, she did give me a tip to a place that I'd never been to, so I decided to go and check it out. So I went there, and it was a pretty nice place, had some good stuff, the good quality stuff. Nothing I acquired that day, but I could tell it might be something in the future that will bear some fruit. But something very interesting happened when I was there. When I was there, as I was leaving actually, a woman came in, and now she's an attractive older lady. I have noticed her many times. When I go to like auctions and estate sales, she's often there with her husband. When she was younger, she must have been incredible. She's older now. If I was older and married to her, I'd be very pleased because she keeps herself in good shape. She's got to be in her late 50s, but she's got something about her that's real attractive, and I certainly wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers. Now, normally when I interact with her or have seen her about and about, she's with her husband. Kind of acts a little snooty, doesn't give me the time of day. That's fine. Once again, you don't till another man's garden. But isn't she all smiles and, oh, hey, you're out of your element. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm talked to her for a bit, and she is very animated, and, well, the word is interested. She's there, and we're talking about this, that, and the other thing, and I think we talked about how her husband will get stuff and bring it to the store from garage sales and stuff, and whatever. But the point is, when a woman is sending you signals that she is buying. She's like, well, you should come back again and visit sometime. Now, this woman, again, is extremely attractive from the standpoint of an older woman. I wouldn't get with her to have a relationship with because, to be honest, I like getting with women that are similar to me or better. But what I mean by that is that, the girl this project's about, when we were together, she's a stunner. She did herself up. Everyone will look at me and go, wow, man, how'd you pull that one off? And it's not I guess that's a bit of my narcissism, but for the same reason I wash my car and wear nice clothes, right? Comb my hair. It's the same reason I'm not going to go with just any woman who, a woman is a reflection of you, right? Or even this girl I'm seeing right now, 17 years younger. A lot of my peers, when I bring her out, are going to be like, holy shit, how'd you do that? And I'll be like, well, this is who I am. So it is definitely an ego booster for me. I would be a liar to say otherwise. In the case of this woman, I don't think I would date her, or like if she was single, I wouldn't take her out and things like that, because, she's clearly an older woman than me. Yeah, she's in nice shape and all that kind of stuff. But when I see guys out in the world with women who are less attractive than themselves, I think less of the guys. I think that they're weak. They haven't done what's necessary to, it's like a guy driving around in a rusty vehicle. What's the point? I mean, my work vehicle is, a little rough and ready, but it's a work vehicle. But, when I go out and I'm in my element and drive a nice car, not a new car, but it's very well kept, and, just an overall representation of yourself. And this woman is like, she's giving buying, and I know for a fact I could go back there now. Now that she has given me all the buying signals, I know I could go for a fact and just turn on the charm, and I'm sure I could have some kind of an affair with her. Absolutely. But you don't till another man's garden, because it's a path that will lead to nowhere. Yes, I'll get 5 minutes of pleasure, and I'm sure she's spectacular in the sack with her years of experience. But that's not the point. There's bigger pictures there, and I don't want to... That means she's done this to this guy in the past, and I met the guy. He's pretty quiet, reserved. She probably got with him because he has money. But, yeah, female nature. My last story about female nature actually happened today. Again, I was just finishing up, and I stopped at a store to do some work, and there's this one girl there who's, hey, handsome, da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, she's gone out of her way in the past to say she's married, talked about her work schedule and her kids, but she's always exuded a high level of interest in me. So today I bought a few things, and she said, do you need help taking these to your car? Or in this case, my van. And I was like, yeah, sure. So she's taking it out. And so as we're talking, she's talking about how her doctor's got her on these different pills and all this kind of stuff. And, anxiety and depression. And I'm like, oh, great. Remember, don't stick your dick in crazy. But then I just threw in there, I said, yeah, your husband must be a really great guy to stand beside you. And she says, well, he doesn't pay a lot of attention to me, and we have an open marriage. She announces to me she has an open marriage. So what is that saying? She's like, hey there, handsome, can you just fuck me, please? Jesus Christ. I would like to think that my girl was never like this. I never got that vibe. Maybe all women are like this to a degree. What do? You gotta go with your gut. Now, my gut, when I was with my girl, always said that she was good. I think that's actually why she ended this thing pretty quickly, because she had some irons in the fire that she wanted to, she doesn't like to be alone. But these three women, just differing levels, I feel bad for their men. This bipolar chick is like, yeah, he works landscaping and I'm his only partner, but we have an open marriage and I always get tested after each partner and da-da-da, basically saying, could you please fuck me tonight? It's a good thing she's not my type, because I might take her up on that if I was having a weak moment in this period. I mean, yes, my 29-year-old is very lovely and very attractive, but my schedule to see her is quite a bit more limited. I used to see my girl, to which this project about, at least 3 or 4 times a week. And when we started, it was like almost every night. It was spectacular. But that's fine. It is what it is. But just bear this in mind, guys. Go with your gut. These women, a woman who would start off a relationship like this, or even attempt to have it, it's not even worth it. The 10 seconds of release that you're going to get, it's not worth it, man. You got to look yourself in the mirror, and you have to be honorable to the man that you don't know. Because remember, if she's running around on him, his life is incredibly painful. And I guess this is the proof that I am not a narcissist. Because I really feel for these guys behind the scenes. I feel for them having to deal with the fact of these immoral women that they've hooked themselves up to. And it's a tragedy for them that they can't break away. You know, maybe in the final analysis, this whole project will be, this was the isthmus of me breaking away from this woman once and for all. And maybe I'll end up with my nice virginal 30-year-old who's only ever been with one guy in her whole life. Maybe that's what it'll come down to. I don't know. There's so many things about my girl that I love. Her personality, her mannerisms, everything like that. It doesn't seem possible that I could want anybody else, but you never know. But when you're faced with female nature, it's basically women run amok. There's nothing holding them in check. This society we live in. So maybe the anxiety that my current girlfriend has, her timidness, I have to be careful not to bring her out of her shell too much, lest she be corrupted by a newfound flamboyance. Big things to think about, guys. Anyway, it's either day 35 or 36, so I'll put it in the scripter. We're more than halfway there. I'm holding out for some contact, but we'll see. Thanks for listening, guys.